Hey, thank you for joining Uncle Mike for this edition of the Dow Directions, a technical analysis of the Dow for February 26. Well, let's take a look. This is not good. We've retraced 50% of that nice white candle we had the last couple days. We have the rejection wicks to the upside, so this does not bode well for prices. You can see that the moving averages are still headed south, and these are at a 45-degree angle. That's not a good sign at all. The T8, which will form resistance above, is at 74.60. We have the 20 EMA at 76.70, and then we have the 50 period moving average, and that is at, let's look right here, that is at 80, 8100. So we've got all those as resistance above our head. We'll see if we can make it through. And then there's our 200-day moving average still sloping downward, coming down, down, and down. Pretty soon it'll be at 9,000. If you just think, if prices go sideways and extend this down a chart, which I did, it looks about the 8,000 level in September. So that's not a good sign. Let's take a look. Let's see. We did trend line analysis. Let's do support and resistance this evening. Shorter term support and resistance. Oh no, we did that last night. I'm sorry. Let's do trend line. The trend line for the Dow on a short-term basis had an ending point at 78.78. So we can see we broke through that and now well below it. So expect on the upside that this will be a point of resistance. Now let's look at the longer term. And from a longer term trend analysis, the most recently confirmed down trend line for the Dow is 86.03. So again, expect that to have some resistance. But you can see that's well below the 20 and 50 day moving average, even well below the 61.8 retracement. So don't think we're going to have to be worrying about that one for a while. Let's look at the, let's pick a new one for you. Oh, that won't help. Let's go to the Tushar Chande, our chart checkup. Price bias still downward. That's all I've been saying is downward, downward, downward. Be nice to get that to reverse. The projected upper bound based on the Chande chart checkup is 76.29, not too far above us, and close to the 20 EMA. And the projected lower bound is 66.74. And I'd rather not even be thinking about those levels, but that is a projected lower bound. The Rex Takasugi profile. Let's take a look at that. The Dow closed down 90 points today, and volume was 5% below average, and Bollinger Band's now a 1% wider than normal, so basically they're right in line. If we look at the technical outlook, for the short term, it is neutral. For intermediate and long term, it is bearish. Now let's take a look at the summary for the Dow. If we're looking at it, it is currently 28.5% below its 200 period moving average, and it is moving in a downward trend. Volatility is relatively normal as compared to the last 10 periods. The trend forecasting oscillators are currently bearish, and they have been this way for the last 29 periods. So it's going to take a little bit to turn us around here, and it's going to take a little more than just one day of prices, heading to the top. You just have to watch out that it may, drop back down. So we need to put together a few nice days, somewhat to this condition here at the end of December, and expect some little retracements and then hopefully back up to the top. So that's what we're going to need to put in. And to me, the first line of resistance is to get back into this area here where we were spinning our wheels sideways. We need to get up into that 8,000 level and hold. So that's it for tonight. Uncle Mike will see you tomorrow evening and the weekend and get the Dow directions posted. And hope you have a wonderful evening. See you everybody tomorrow.